Hey YouTube, how you doing, friends? If you look over my shoulder back here, there's something that you don't see. You don't see a lot of chasing, a lot of fights, a lot of violence. There's a reason for that. Let's talk about it. Well, often people look at my tank and they say, "I don't get it. How come your cichlids are getting along? How come I don't see all the fights, battles, and chases that I'm seeing in my tank?" And I can't answer that question definitively. I can only give you some assumptions, some guesses, but it's probably a combination of things. One, of course, is that this tank does have 6 feet of room to swim in, so it does give fish an opportunity to get away or to feel like they have enough room. I keep the temperature at 78 degrees. There's a lot of water circulation. They're being fed good quality food in the form of Northfin, as well as Ken's veggie sticks. So they're getting some high-end quality food, so their nutritional needs are being met. If you recall how you feel when you're hungry, you can be a little edgy. Also, I have a tank boss that is a sort of a benevolent dictator. He doesn't really harass too much. He will get in the middle of a fight and break it up. And it's this Autoferix tetrastigma. He is the tank boss. Nobody messes with him, even though the large Taiwan reef has size on him. He still is senior to the Taiwan reef. Now, does that mean that it'll be that way always? I don't know. I mean, at some point, this polystigma is going to be probably the largest and strongest fish in the tank. And so he could conceivably take over and maybe not be a benevolent boss. Is it that I have the tank overcrowded? I don't know. Would you consider this an overcrowded tank? Some people would call this a lightly stocked cichlid tank compared to some of the tanks I've seen. So I don't think it's the number of fish, and I'm going to be taking about 6 fish out of here. So the actual number of fish is going to go down. So hopefully that doesn't change the delicate balance within the tank. All the peacocks are coming out, at least the smaller ones are going to be moved out to a different tank, like that otter point back there. So why is my tank so peaceful? All I can do is tell you the parameters. It's all cichlids except for a bushy-nosed pleco and 3 clown loaches, and a lot of water circulation, lots of filtration, good quality food, 78-degree temperature, roughly about a 50% water change every week. Canisters are maintained and cleaned routinely, so they're living in good conditions. That probably contributes to it. But if I had to pick one factor as to why I have peaceful fish, I would say because I have a very, very good tank boss. And he maintains the order and the hierarchy of the tank, breaks up any fights, and anyone who tries to assert dominance gets quickly put back in place. That may change as this fish becomes bigger. Nimbochromis polystigma. So there you have it. I have a good chemistry right now, a good balance. I'm hoping that doesn't change as some fish become larger and more assertive, like this Fusco. And one thing I forgot to mention also is I only run the lights about 6 hours a day. They're on in the morning for a few hours, and then I run them in the evening right around the time I get home from work until I go to bed. So they're on for about 6 hours a day, and during the time that the lights are off, they tend to chill. They tend to get pretty mellow, and maybe that contributes to the lack of violence that you see in the tank. So those are the factors. Well, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on why my tank is seemingly peaceful and why you don't see the ongoing battles and killing that you might see in other tanks. This tank is relatively mellow, and there are some factors that contribute to that. Maybe I've spotted some of them, maybe I haven't. What are your thoughts on the matter? Let me know, comment below. Your thoughts are of interest to me, and I will reply as soon as I can. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to rate, share, comment, and come visit us on Facebook at ben.o.cichlid, and also follow on Instagram at ben.o.cichlid. Thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. Much appreciated.